We're inching closer to the start of the 2015 season. What better way to do it than with the Daily Dozens? It's episode number 6. Scout.com's Jason Jewell. I'm Jared Cohen. We normally bring you the recruiting roundup powered by Rock and Refuel Varsity. I'm going to get started, and you know it's hard to really judge a player before they play at the varsity level, but you can't ignore what Jawar Jordan did at Hamilton High School on the freshman level last season. He had 36 touchdowns, and if you watch him on film, it looks like he is running at a 99 speed in Madden, and everyone else is running at a 60. That's just the way he is, and he's going to get his first reps at the varsity level. Rico Tipton goes down with the torn ACL. Really unfortunate for him at running back, so all of a sudden Jordan becomes that much more valuable to the Hamilton offense at the running back position.
Not many people have talked about Central High School's defensive end, Azur Kamara, guy that I am a big fan of. He's a freak of nature. He's 6'4". He's 220 pounds. He has giant hands and long old arms. He has only lived in the United States for about 5 years. He's originally from Africa. I believe he's from the Ivory Coast. Really, really big fan of him. He's a very, very raw prospect, but he is getting schooled up by their head coach, John Clanton, who is a very good defensive lineman himself, played at Nebraska.
The best quarterback in Arizona is Ryan Kelly. You would know it based on the unbelievable recruitment he has had since we saw him last season. A 6'2", 180-pound quarterback. He can really throw the rock, and he expects to have a huge season. Basha, a team that people might sleep on in Division I, they could be doing some big things offensively with Kelly leading the way.
Skyline had a breakout 2014 season last year, and their go-to guy was Amari Keys, their running back. Rushed for 1,100 yards, had 9 touchdowns on the ground. You look at him, he's one of the top returning running backs in the state of Arizona, and he has an early offer from BYU.
I feel like I've gotten a lot of the quarterbacks over the course of this, so I'll just keep that trend going. Cade Knox over at Brophy commits to Harvard, goes Ivy League, going to get a great education. He did so over having some FBS offers, which included UNLV and Bowling Green. Last year, 24 touchdown passes, and Brophy, a threat in Division I with Cade Knox at the helm.
Down at South Point High School, Jacob Shaw's a guy I've been a big fan of since he was a sophomore. He played defensive end then. Now he's playing linebacker and tight end. He has multiple Division I scholarship offers, talking about almost double digits right now. Mostly the academies, big-time brainiac, has almost a 4.0 GPA, a good football player as well, playing middle linebacker and tight end H-back for South Point High School.
You mentioned it already. Joy Christian has never had a Division I football player come out of their program. They might have 2. You mentioned Isaiah Goodspeed already. The other one, DeJuan Lawrence, two-way player, already has a Division I offer. He is a very good wide receiver. He's quick. He runs great routes. Joy Christian is going to be a threat at the small school level because of those two guys, and Lawrence is going to be a force to be reckoned with.
And when we film these recruiting rounds, we tend to focus on those guys that have the measurables, but a guy that doesn't quite meet those measurables is Frankie Leal, middle linebacker at Peoria High School. Peoria has been very good over the last couple of years, and Will Babb has turned that program around. Leal is the leader on that defense. He's under 6 foot, so that's the reason that he's not getting heavily recruited, but he's thick and strong, and he's a physical presence in the middle for the Panthers.
A common theme when you look at state champions in Arizona is that they are great on the offensive line and in the trenches, so why not Red Mountain in 2015? They have a great offensive line that's going to be showing up this year, and one of those guys is Spencer Lewis, 6'5", 240 pounds. The Mountain Lions are going to be tough on the offensive line. Lewis is one of those guys.
Joe Logan out of Estrella Foothills High School is one of the most under-recruited players in the state of Arizona. Very big-time running back. He does have a couple of offers, South Dakota State and NAU, and not to knock those programs because they're very, very good FCS programs, but I think that Logan is a Division I FBS level prospect. Schools, not a ton of schools have gone out and recruited out of Estrella Foothills, but this is a guy that I think is very, very underrated and deserves to be playing at that FBS level.
Roy Lopez III over at Mesquite, one of the best combinations of nastiness but also fundamentals when you look at a defensive lineman. He's also going to be doing it on the offensive side as an offensive guard. Mesquite is going to be a very talented team this season. Lopez is one of the guys leading the way on both ends of the football.
Not a better way to finish the episode with one of the best prospects in the state of Arizona. Chase Lucas, Chandler High School, plays running back. He's very, very versatile. Could be maybe a wide receiver at the next level. A guy that I'm a big fan of. Obviously, he's a 4-star prospect by Scout.com, has offers from all over the country. I think Sun Devil fans could be very, very excited because I think he's a heavy lean towards Arizona State. But Lucas, dynamic playmaker that could be a running back, could be a wide receiver, maybe a defensive back at the next level.
That's it for episode 6 of the Daily Dozen.